Hello everybody, Ninjo X here again. Today I wanted to give you a new Enlightened vlog. I'm going to see if I can't get this camera to be sort of facing the right direction. There we go, that's a little better. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is really cool, really exciting. I wanted to talk to you about the future. Lots of people have different ideas of what the future will bring. Some of them are deluded or misguided. Others are really well thought out and inspirational. Some people say, well, it's only a matter of time until blank. It's only a matter of time until we have flying pigs that do algebra with vegetable juice. And yet other people will say, one day we will have the ability to travel between the stars, to discover new Earths, places with new creatures on them. Be able to venture forth, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Yeah, I had to do it. And the fact is, those days are coming. Currently, we are transitioning between two ages. The old age, the age of industry, is coming to a close. It's not much longer and humanity will have mastery over industry. So what's the next age? If we're between ages, we're also already beginning the new age. The age of information. The age of the internet. And it will bring with it, has already started to bring with it, many great things. New jobs, new ideas, new innovations. Oh, the world is being shrunk by it. The internet could either bring total destruction or world peace. But as I like to talk about the in-betweens, and I like to think that the in-betweens are more often correct, much more likely we'll get something in between. There will be those that hold on to the past ages, as there always have been. Those that can't move on, that are rooted too firmly in the past to advance. And there are good things about the past, things that we have learned that we don't want to forget. In a lot of the past ages, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, there were casualty lists for every advancement. They invent the crossbow. 50 billion. Somebody decides to create a full body suit of armor. Casualties, 500,000. Somebody creates the first musket. 30 trillion. But for the first time in the age of industry, the casualty has been different. Yes, there still are human casualties with every advancement, but there were far less with the age of industry. Instead, what was sacrificed was health. The health of our own health and the health of the planet. And the age of information is next. What will be sacrificed in the age of information? Our security. I honestly think that that's what's going to be consumed as a result of our technology and the wave of the internet. But, you know, I'm a sci-fi buff. I really do enjoy most science fiction. So let's talk about what the age after the age of information could be. Personally, I think that that age will be the age of machines. Not necessarily a Terminator-esque age of machines, but more of a I am robot age of machines, where robots become more and more human-like as humans use robots to replace their own physical labors, until the point comes when we have quite literal Commander Datas walking around amongst us. Machines that can think creatively and proactively. It's a wonderful world we live in. And a terrible one. Wonderful and terrifying. And anything beyond that, and even that in itself, is speculation. But it's always fun to talk about. Sometimes, when a science fiction franchise comes to be, like, let's take Star Trek, for example. Whenever Star Trek was first created, what were the big technologies for Star Trek? The teleporter, the warp engines, and the communicator. While we may very well still be very far away from the warp engines, and while we may never achieve teleportation, the communicators have become a reality. A very real thing. The touch monitors on the decks of the Enterprise have become a real thing. We're moving into the future. And the future is a scary place. But it doesn't have to be all scary. With the fear is wonder, intrigue, mystery, and a chance for enlightenment. It always kind of bums me out whenever I hear people talking about something science fiction, and then I hear somebody start griping, like, well, we don't even have lightsabers yet, and I thought we were going to have those 50 years ago, so the future's never going to come, and we're all going to die, doom, gloom, despair, woe is me, agony, without ever understanding what the technology does or why. And what it would be used for. The honest truth, as far as lightsabers go, it would be cool to have a rod of superheated plasma that could cut through virtually anything, and it would be good for industry. But its applications would be severely limited. And it would be almost an utter waste of time. Same with blaster pistols. Until the moment comes that we can make our soldiers completely immune to ballistics, there's really no need for them. What about phasers and photon torpedoes? People have no idea how destructive those are. And how unnecessary they would be. But just because we don't know what the future will bring doesn't mean we shouldn't move towards it. Learn more of the past in the present to make a better, brighter future. Stay enlightened. Push forwards. Push for peace. Push for understanding. Put yourself in other people's shoes. And always try to learn. Always try to innovate. Never slow down. Never stop. But to smell the roses. Some people say time is an illusion. But I've never once heard somebody say time is an illusion and then hear a good reason for them saying it. It's always, time is an illusion because I'm not really old. Or, time is an illusion because there's only really one person that exists, and that's me. It's always absolute and utter baloney. If time is an illusion, and there is no past, present, or future, then I want to get hard evidence to prove it. And not just, dude, time is an illusion. Peace and love, man. No. The past is gone. The present is here for such a small amount of time that it can't exist except conceptually. And the future isn't here yet. But, by those three things, don't live in the past because it's gone. Don't live in the present because the present barely even exists. Live for the future. And hope that it will come. Hope that in your lifetime you'll see things that you can't even comprehend. That you'll see huge advances. Hope and dream that one day you might be able to make first contact with an alien race. That you'll live to the era where the line between humans and machines becomes so blurred that there's very little distinction between the two. That you'll one day be able to travel among the stars. To quote Neil Armstrong, to slip the surly bonds of earth and touch the face of God. Never stop dreaming. Never stop learning. And always aim for the future and stay enlightened.